no smoke. No, these niggas don't want no smoke.
Yeah. You see, it's not regular, y'all, but we OGs. And that's why they face so sour. You see, these niggas don't want no smoke. Bro, these niggas don't want no smoke. My side piece staring at me as she tear up. I bought her a love seat, told her cheer up. It's time to gear up to send me a house spark.
Smoke on the podcast. It's your boy, Hall of Fame worthy, man. If you new to this channel, please do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, Facebook. I'm kind of blown away right now. Facebook, give us that like. Instagram, give us that follow. You already know. It's brought to you by Anchor. Right now we back on Anchor. I know last time I said we was on SoundCloud, but forget about SoundCloud. They ain't really playing us over there. So guess what? We back on Anchor. I said we back on Anchor. Follow us everywhere. You know, like Anchor's gonna put us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere a podcast can be heard. That's what Anchor does for us. So big shout out to Anchor. My mind's going crazy right now. This podcast is going to be about what I just watched. And is it time to say James Harden fell off? It's crazy the way, see, first of all, this from the Rockets, I think he was his best on the Rockets. That's as good as he was going to get was the Rockets. OKC, he was showing what he could be. The Rockets, he got great. I'm not saying that he cannot return back to form, back to the Houston form. But what I just watched was incredible. I mean, the first half, he was looking like he was going to turn up. And big shout out to Joel Embiid, man. Showing much heart. A lot of heart. Playing with the mask on his face, fucked up face. You know, bad thumb, you know, all over the floor though. You know what I'm saying? Like he was damn, but all over the floor. But anyway, that's another story. About him being on the floor so much. Why are you on the floor? James Harden. Why did you want to get out of Brooklyn? You clearly needed more help, more scoring power than Joel Embiid and Maxey. Maxey was good, but he didn't show up until later on in the game. But where was James Harden? Don't ever. I don't care that LeBron James missed the playoffs. He put up valid effort for, you know, his team trying to make the playoffs. And he was, you know, it wasn't a reason for his team not to make the playoffs. James Harden, you wasn't even the reason that Philly was almost the number, whatever seed they was, you wasn't even the reason why they made the playoffs. You got there late after leaving Brooklyn, bailing on Kyrie and them. You would have been better giving those points to Kyrie and Brooklyn than doing that to Joel Embiid, what you just did, huh? You're known not to play defense. Harden's known not to play defense. 0 for 2 in the second half, huh? Talking about a disappearing act in an elimination game. Disappearing act in an elimination game right before your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Right before your eyes, it happened. Don't you ever say James Harden and LeBron James in the same sentence. Never. Not ever again. At least if he could return back to his form, but I doubt it. So don't put LeBron, don't even put him in the same ballpark as Kevin Durant. I think it's time to say James Harden is not a superstar right now. 0 for 2 in the second half. after having 11 points in the first half, mediocre. I mean, but 11 points look like you're on your way to something at the halftime. I would like 11 points at halftime. But then to go 0 for 2, no effort, on no effort. Yo, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. No effort on the glass. Niggas was offensive, like getting offensive rebounds on him, boxing out. He getting pushed around, not even trying to jump, not even trying to play defense. He never played defense, so what you expecting him? You gotta step up sometimes on the defense, Harden. Like, come on, now yeah. Philly, I'm sorry I had to witness that, huh? Insane. And I kind of want to look up his stats for real. You cannot, I'm not going to say he's not going to magically, I don't understand what happened to him. That's the real question. Where's James Harden? What happened to James Harden? Because that wasn't James Harden. Or if it was, fell off a cliff. There's no way they lock up. I mean, Miami's a good defensive team. Big shout out to Miami. Congratulations to them. And Jimmy Butler. Woo! He's like an old school. He's just like an old school baller, huh? Big shout out to Jimmy Butler. That center, I don't even want to mess up his name, but you know what I'm talking about. It starts with an A. Adebayo or whatever his name is. Nice. Great. Miami might do it. I'm not going to say they will, but they got a strong chance to beat the Bucks, I think. But don't ever, at least not right now, over the summer, say James Harden and superstar in the same sentence, please. And this is Hall of Fame worthy. Smoke on It podcast. Leave it in the comments. All the smoke. Do you think James Harden is still superstar status? I know the man can score. Where did he go? Did the pressure get too big? What happened? Stephen A. Smith had at halftime or at the end of the game going into the next game, he went crazy on him. Rightfully so, he deserves it. James Harden deserves all of that he gets over the summer. There's no way you go down fighting like that and you supposed to be the help that came over there that helped Joel Embiid do what he's supposed to. There's no way. How in the fuck do you go 0 for 2 in the second half in an elimination game? James Harden. Fear the beard? Hell no. The beard got weird. The beard got 0 for 2 in the second half in an elimination game, folks. What? Superstar? You're gonna be like back to 6-man coming off the bench maybe. And saying that for James Harden, hopefully he could come back, be the guy that he was. Everybody likes a comeback story. I love a comeback story. You come back, but you gotta come next year. That's the biggest question is, what should Philly do? Should they trade him? I'm not sure about it, what his deal is with them when he got him in the trade, or what happened. But do they keep him next year? Do they even need him? Can you even trade him and get something back for him? And if his contract is crazy, who's going to want to pay that? For that. 0 and 2. 0 for 2. And the fact that he missed 2 shots, it's not the point. It's the point that he only took 2 shots. James Harden, I know you want to force feed the big man, but the big man he needs your help right now. And you just like Casper the Ghost, huh? So instead of James Harden, we gotta call him Casper. That's his new nickname. Don't ever talk about LeBron disappearing. And I understand in that Miami-Dallas series, he disappeared. I understand that, rightfully so. He gets the blame for that. I hope excuse me. I don't hope that. I hope, this is what I hope. I hope he picks up his game over the summer. I hope he probably stays with Philly. Helps and get back to the old James Harden. Where the fuck is the old James Harden? Smoke on It podcast, Hall of Fame worthy. Where is James Harden? Even like playing the point guard, he could have made his team better. Even if he had 11 points, 12 assists. But play defense, play like attack. Show some effort. You never play defense. Oh, this might be the year that you want to like step up. Let's play some defense. Or I'm James Harden. I'm gonna step up this year. I'm not only going, if my scoring is out the window, now this, like, I gotta get better on defense. My scoring, I know how to score. He knows that. Train over the summer and learn how to get tough and play some defense, Harden. If you played any bit of defense and got a couple of stops in that second half, you could have went 0 for 2. But get stops, get the rebounds. Don't let people box you out and push you out the way and grab the rebound and go right back up. And you not even swipe. And I understand you don't want to end one. All right, that's cool, but do something. You could go back to plays. If I don't even want to even play replays on this podcast, but if we go back and look at the tape, his effort was not there on the defensive end. He didn't even know what to do with the ball in offense half the time in the second half. Blame it on Miami stifling defense, which they was all over the place. They triple teamed Joel Embiid dozens of times. Smart move. Like, if this is your guy, if Joel Embiid your guy, and the only guy you got, we just forget everybody else. We just gonna put the whole team. Matter of fact, all 5 of us gonna come over here and just guard Joel Embiid, leave everybody else open, and let y'all do whatever. Green I don't know if he got hurt the game before or if he got hurt during this game, but that was a big, because he's usually there to hit a 3-pointer or 2, 4 or 5, to get the crowd going. See, and that's the thing about the crowd too that I wanted to say in this podcast. When like about the fans in the arena, you are like, the fans are the home crowd's power. Now, like, I be at my son's the basketball games, and I realize that I'm over there making noise and cheering the team on and talking. It gets the other team off a little bit at times. So, and I understand the crowd can get mad, but keep stirring ruckus for your team until the end, especially in an elimination game, because you are they're fueling off of you, and they need your help. That's what the crowd is there for in the playoffs, to other team, to fuck up the other team. If the other team gets baskets or whatever, it's alright but you gotta bother them some. Just because they start scoring and they quiet y'all down, no, y'all gotta keep on going. That's one thing I don't like about fans in the arena. Like, they start booing. Why y'all start booing for? This is your team. This is what y'all pay money for, to make them rich. But if you want them to make it to the next round, or even to try to give them energy, they feed off of the crowd. And And the crowd can alter these Miami Heat shots if they stay active. Not get down after somebody misses some shots. But it ain't the crowd's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, Philly played horrible. And not to mention, where was Tobias Harris at? The guy that they chose partly over the guy that just beat them, Butler. Y'all chose Tobias Harris and all these clowns over Jimmy Butler, and look what happened. Look what that got y'all, Philly. Crazy. I mean, Jimmy Butler was aging right, but Jimmy Butler's still a good player. I'll take him on my team any day. Jimmy Butler, a hustler. Look like one of the most street jack hustlers from the project, you know what I'm saying? That'll hustle you on the court with a cigarette in his ear, something like that. They got because we going to the next round. Not we, because I'm not a Miami fan. I was when Bron was there, but I guess now I'm a Lakers fan and a Knicks fan. Big shout out to the Knicks. Big shout out to the Lakers. Anyways, but back to why I popped up and did a random podcast. This is random for me. But what I just saw, I thought I just need to speak on it. Is it time to stop for you putting James Harden in the superstar category? And that's from what we just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time. And take the superstar off and just put star for now. But he gets some of that blame, majority of the blame for losing that game right there, because he was a non-factor. Especially when Joel Embiid was hurt, and you had as a superstar, with that superstar supposed to step up and be the maybe I get 50 points, but at least get 30. James Harden in an elimination game, give effort. 30, if not 15 points, 12 assists, get some rebounds, dive for the fucking ball, do something, scrape your beard on the shot clock to show that you hustling and giving effort. But when you go 0 for 2 in the second half, where's the effort? Is it time to stop putting James Harden in that category? Though I don't even want it over this. I don't give a fuck. He ain't LeBron. I don't even think he better than Mitchell from Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell. I don't think he's better than him right now. He definitely ain't better than Luka. He's not better. He can't score better than Booker. He's not even better than Chris Paul right now. The guy that got kicked off his team. Chris Paul is balling with Phoenix right now and showing effort just in case they lose. Tell me about it. 37 years old, on the verge, maybe going to the finals or going to the at least conference finals. Why? Because Chris Paul, king of effort. James Harden, where you at, man? So let's step up over the summer, get better, and we want to see a better James Harden, or you no longer going to be in that category. No, you're just going to be a bench player, 6 man. And it's just like that. Like my nigga Wallow, shout out to Wallow and all that would say. But anyway, Smoke Wanted Podcast. Give us all them likes. Subscribe, like I said, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And Anchor does it all for us. Puts us on Spotify. Please listen to the podcast on Spotify. And big shout out, and I think I forgot in the intro, Bleacher Report. You know I see y'all out there. Y'all be doing y'all thing, and keep on following them posts and commenting and leaving all them likes. We with that. Smoke Wanted Podcast. I am Hall of Fame worthy. You know what I'm saying? And we out. One.
Bro, these niggas don't want no smoke. No, these niggas don't want no smoke.
Yeah. You see, it's not regular, y'all, but we OGs. And that's why they face so sour. You see, these niggas don't want no smoke. Bro, these niggas don't want no smoke. My side piece staring at me as she tear up. I bought her a love seat, told her cheer up. It's time to gear up to send me a house spark. I'm in the hood.